Jalilum friends, and welcome to the final episode of Bramble On for the current season of Love Among the Brambles. Coincidentally, the last episode of the Seckle or year in Dim Q. Again, we have a lovely Jalilum episode, this time celebrating STESSA Day. For those who are not familiar with the Jalilum, in Dim Q terms it would be called Self-Care Day. It is an Athenian-based Jalilum, certainly around nearly since the beginning of time, and it always takes place on what in the local calendar would be considered December 30th. It is a time to relax, rejuvenate, and ready oneself for a glorious new cycle, a wonderful new year. It is the day before what we know as New Year's Eve, so that one may truly relax without all the electrifying excitement that so often attends New Year's Eve itself. Being a Jalilum episode, as always, we have no sponsors, nor do we have callers. It is a brief episode, and one is encouraged thereafter to go for a dip, to listen to soothing chant, to have tea, afternoon tea, my goodness, yes, to participate in a Dao Chang or Langrata session. Above and beyond all of it, one is encouraged to relax, to have a conversation with Diora about the prospects of the upcoming cycle, and to enjoy being with oneself, with one's own company, and to be grateful for the myriad blessings, talents, and wonderful qualities one possesses. The girls in the ring, Viola, Citron, Calla Lily, Magnolia, Nanny Nettlebottom, they all go to enjoy massages given by water sprites in a pool. They have a mud bath. Oh, they have tea. And then, out of nowhere, surprisingly, who shows up? But Lena, Slate's mother-in-law, insomuch as his union with Dahlia the Dalliance has still not been terminated. Interestingly, during the STESSA Day relaxation activities, the women Bramble come to the conclusion that Lena may not be so bad after all. I believe that remains to be seen, personally. Moving on to the men, Dodd Hoskins has a man cave party. Slate arrives late and then leaves early. What is that about? One is curious to find out. While in the mud baths during STESSA relaxation, Nanny Nettlebottom counsels Lena and gives her some sage advice on smoothing out her rough edges, going into the new cycle with higher aspirations and less ambition. Milliam goes to Dodd's man cave. The Fae men are not used to the concept, but Dodd invites them over to his man cave. Milliam falls asleep in Dodd's lazy boy chair and determines he must have one as well. In an unusual turn of events, Raffia is not only the first to leave the man cave, but he ends up spending the rest of the day with the women. Raffia seems to be going through some sort of change. What it is about, we shall see going forward. Brooke, at the man cave, takes advantage of Raffia's departure and goes with him. In essence, there is a very, very comedic scene, or several scenes, snippets, in which the men at the cave are not enamored of these male human activities, eating pizza, watching football, and so on, and they look for any excuse to escape. And one by one, they end up at the tea with the ladies. It's all very comedic. Mayor Hollow, interestingly, opts to stay with Dodd. Mayor Hollow, having dealt for ages with the Human Transit Authority, likes humans, and he likes their customs, and he rather enjoys the man cave. So he remains, as does Milliam because he's fallen asleep in the lazy boy chair. Last as stock, he toughs it out, staying at Dodd's man cave despite feeling grossly uncomfortable. while there, Dodd takes the opportunity to have a heart-to-heart with Stock, and he confesses that his dream come true is to be a fae, and he is so honored to be an honorary fae. However, he fears he will never truly fit in. By the tail end of the entire Holyloom episode, all, including Stock, including Dodd, and including Milliam, still asleep in the lazy boy chair, who is wheeled away, all end up joining the ladies for their high tea repast. A wonderful convivial end to STESSA Day, and of course a wonderful convivial way to end the Seckle. I will be hosting what is called an online tea right after this episode, which takes place on STESSA Day, in what I believe is termed a Facebook room. In any case, do join me on STESSA Day, December 30th, and we shall lift our cups, reflect together, and cheer ourselves on to the new Seckle together. Until then, my friends, bramble on, and thank you for joining us for another season of Love Among the Brambles. Tuta.